Marvel is dead. It has been going downhill since Endgame. And Marvel has not been the same. Now, these are the statements that everyone has been making about Marvel for the past couple years now. But is this really the case? Has Marvel really been going downhill since Endgame? And if so, is Marvel really dead? And if this is true, is this only temporary? I believe that Marvel is not dead, and here's why. The MCU first started in 2008 with the introduction of Iron Man. And after that movie came out, we got Captain America, we got Thor, and then we got the Hulk as well. Now, this is not in any particular order, but those are the movies that came out after Iron Man. And this was the beginning of a really good franchise. And ever since then, Marvel has been putting out lots of great content and doing really good in the box office. But what changed? Well, in order to expand and to keep audience entertained, new characters needed to be added. New storylines needed to be told. And ever since after Endgame, it felt like Marvel didn't know what to focus on when it came to these characters. They didn't know what to do, and they were just all over the place. And I feel like it all started when Disney Plus came out. Now, with all the content we were getting shows from left and right, and it was really exciting. We were getting all these, new characters that were getting their side shows, and I was like, okay, more content from Marvel. This is going to be great. That Marvel's going to be doing good. It's going to be thriving more than ever. But then I realized when watching these shows that we didn't really need to see these characters' shows. We didn't really want to see these stories. And not to mention, a lot of the episodes in some of the shows, they felt like fillers. It felt like we didn't just need to go down that road. And it felt like instead of these shows, it should have been a movie. Because now when they're making these shows, they can do fillers. And that's not something you want. You want to watch a movie in theaters and you want to see all the 2 hours that you pay for. Now, don't get me wrong. There are shows that I did like from Disney Plus that Marvel put out. But it did felt like some of the shows were just unnecessary. Like, we didn't really need to see these characters' storylines. Or we just didn't really care about the storyline as much as we should have. That's the script's fault. And for me, it felt like Disney/Marvel, it became a priority for them to do quantity over quality. And that has been the big thing ever since Endgame for Marvel. It has been quantity over quality. And that is something that can't happen with any franchise. We don't want to see more things that suck. No, we want to see, and it could be, spaced out, but it could be really great content. And that is something that Marvel has been struggling with. Now, although I'm saying right now, I'm making it seem like, yeah, Marvel is dead. They are just reduced to atoms, and ever since Iron Man snapped his fingers, everyone came back. But the storytelling dusted away. Well, here's why it is not dead. Now that Disney has acquired characters like the Fantastic Four and the X-Men, Marvel can just focus on those characters in the upcoming phases. And this will bring that same excitement that we felt when the MCU was in its first phases. I mean, just look at the movies that have come out in recent years. A lot of them haven't been well received. A lot of the shows haven't been well received. And this has been the trend in the years after Endgame. Now, there is some exception for some movies that did come out, with Shang-Chi and Spider-Man No Way Home, just to name a few. And also Loki, season 1 and 2. Those have been great. Great content, great storytelling. These have been, in my opinion, these have been the carriers of Marvel. But other than those projects, we haven't felt that same excitement like we did in the first couple phases. We haven't felt that same hype that we did when Civil War came out, when Infinity War came out, when Endgame came out, when Spider-Man No Way Home came out. And even me personally, when Shang-Chi came out, I was feeling the hype. I've actually felt that this movie is going to be a great movie. This is going to be a new character that we never seen before, but is so interesting already. And that is something that Marvel needs to continue to do. And I believe they can do that now with these additions of the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. And now even look, now with Deadpool and Wolverine coming out, everybody is feeling that same excitement. Everyone is feeling that same hype. Now, this movie has lots of expectations, but I feel like this is one of those movies that can, live up to the hype, just like Spider-Man No Way Home did. Spider-Man No Way Home had the biggest hype, in my opinion. I mean, that one, if we didn't see those other Spider-Mans, people probably wouldn't have enjoyed it as much as they did. But Spider-Man No Way Home delivered. And that's what I think Deadpool and Wolverine's gonna do. People are gonna have that same excitement as they did before. And some people even saying that this movie is gonna save the MCU. Those are the expectations that this movie is having right now. And the movie hasn't even came out. Now, I'm not saying just because now that they have these characters, now that they can use these characters in their movies, that it is going to be good. No, I still think that Marvel still needs to prove themselves to us that they can still make great movies, that they can still make great content. Because in order to get even excited for these characters, for these movies, we need to rely on them. We need to feel that they are going to do good with these characters. They're going to do good by the fans. And that is exactly what I think they're going to do. I mean, just look at Marvel right now. They are so unorganized because with the new Avengers coming out in a couple years, and we still don't know what the main lineup is for the Avengers. We still don't know what the leader is. Is Marvel dead right now? It could be, but I think not for long if that's what you think. Because now that we have characters like Fantastic Four and the X-Men, we are going to be in the Mutant Saga. We are going to be in those Fantastic Four movies, and we are going to enjoy Marvel again like we used to. Because right now, we are in the dark ages right now. The MCU is bad. We are like the 2013 Lakers all the way to the 2018 Lakers, where we used to be good back in the days, but now we're just bad. But now that we've recruited X-Men and Fantastic Four, we're good again. Just like Lakers recruited AD. They won a chip. That is something that we can do. That is something that we did. Fantastic Four and X-Men. Now let's make great content again. And that's why I think Marvel is not dead. The excitement is still going to be there. And you better believe that Marvel is still going to make its numbers. They're still going to make great movies, I believe. And they're still going to make lots of money. And they're not going to stop. We just need to focus on characters like Shang-Chi and Spider-Man. I think those are the two characters that we need to see the most because Shang-Chi 1 did great. Spider-Man is on its 4th movie and it's going to keep on going and going. Those, in my opinion, are the stars of the show right now. Now, there's more stars out there, Loki, Doctor Strange, but those are the two characters I want to see the most other than the X-Men and Fantastic Four. Is Marvel dead or are they just getting started again now with the Mutant Saga after the Multiversal Saga? Let me know in the comments down below. It's been Jeremy and I'll see you guys in the next video.